Um, Natalie Portman probably would be my favorite because, you know, she's just a really good idol. She's an amazing actress. I've heard she's a good person.
Vincent Price, actually. I love him. I really do. I like Jimmy Stewart a lot. I like those old.
Can you do a Jimmy Stewart?
I can't.
Yeah, you can. I can hear it.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, Mr. Potter! You took my page!
I grew up watching, I grew up on a mountain in Tennessee, and the first film, my whole family, we all would get together every year and watch It's a Wonderful Life. And I think that was a film that made me want to, and after that impression, definitely Jimmy Stewart.
I love Jimmy Stewart too. No, he's incredible. I think I learned how to fall in love from that movie, actually. And Angels. I learned about angels.
Always important
Always
information.
important. Yeah. Those guys in the village aren't angels.
Zoe, what's the part?
Jeffrey actor? Oh, Jimmy Stewart, your actor?
Yeah, I'd say that. Yeah,
Okay.
there's a bunch.
Cool.
Gary Oldman. No, I'm serious. I love Jimmy Stewart. Merry Christmas, so building along.
Q&A is getting weird. I would say Katharine Hepburn. Because she's so versatile and awesome. And Diane Keaton, I love also for some similar reasons. And Carol Lombard. I like Jimmy Stewart too. I'm not going to say it because they all said it.
One last question from the audience. Okay. Yes. Mark Pick.
Being a resident of downtown LA myself for a little while, I know how you came up to set the story in downtown LA. Was it always
The script was really written for San Francisco, but we had certain obligations in terms of, budget. We were talking about shooting it in Canada for a little while, but then it the dollar was in such a place that it was sort of better to shoot it in Los Angeles, and we sort of experimented with different kinds of ways to approach that. But then we were like, I had done a lot of music videos in downtown, and there's obviously been a resurgence, as you know, being a resident there. And it was an interesting place to shoot. I think one of the big things about the design of the film is it's a hermetically sealed world in a way. And we had sort of a rule system that we weren't going to shoot any architecture or buildings that were built after 1950. So it was all this sort of pre-war architecture which downtown is built with. And the other part of that is like this is a movie about Tom's he's trying to find something beautiful or meaningful in the past, right? And so that world needs to represent that in some way. And I think that if you go downtown, you can see that. It's like whoever built downtown went back in the beginning of in the 1900s, and before that, had a lot of hope for downtown. Like it's this sort of pretty magnificent place if you go walk from there. And that just sort of dovetailed into the themes of the movie and Tom's sort of view of the world, I think.
I don't think it would have worked if we shot it in Winnipeg.
Yeah.
Or Toulouse.
My last question is incredible soundtrack, and I'm wondering, first of all, Scott, right? Scott, were the songs written into the script? Did you have something in mind? Was that?
It ends up being about 50-50, I think. There was a lot of stuff that was written into the script, and then there were a lot of things that the Smiths wouldn't, and the Hall & Oates, and things like that. But when you make a movie, there are different things at play, and people, and everybody sort of brought their own kind of sensibility to it. And
Mark, you're a music video director, so you brought some of your artists in, right?
Yeah. I did a couple of videos for Regina Spektor, who's in there, and then there's some other things. But the soundtrack is coming out on July 14th, and she and him did a cover of Please, Please, Please Let Me Get What I Want, which you have to check it out. It's incredible. Get some big
freaked out.
speakers.
He just freaked out. He was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Zoe, I heard that music was used on set as well as an inspiration. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, just whenever we had a like MOS.
Explain.
Things without sound. Anyone who doesn't know, what a jerk I am. Yeah, whenever we were shooting anything that was just pure cinema, we sort of had an agreement that we could play some music.
And you had that suggestion, that Marian Faithful song, which we
Yeah.
played the first day,
It
which
was
is
the
supposed to
first
set the
day, it
tone.
was a nice it was sort of like one of my character mood sort of songs. And it was really nice to have it in the first day and have it be the sort of like christening
Which song was that?
summer song. It was As Tears Go By. So,
Very cool.
And you had dance parties. during
yeah, we
lunch.
had dance
Yeah.
parties. Were you there?
Just one day I got to dance.
Yeah, every day. We had 2 dance parties. One in the morning, at least 2. One in the morning,
15 minutes later.
one 15 minutes later. No, and then one at lunch. Makes the day so much better. But then it was like the 80s would come and be like, you have to work. Or call and say, we're like, we just have to finish this song. So that's, I guess, part of the deal.
Well, so Mark, the movie comes out.
July 17th in LA, yeah.
So tell all your friends. Thank you guys so much for sticking around for the Q&A. Thank you all for being here.